Welcome back to the channel, folks. What I have here is a square body inner rocker panel. Now I'm attempting to install this on a 1964 C10 panel truck. Now, based on the image you see, I'd like to get your personal opinion on how you think the project is going. Go ahead and leave it in the comments, and when I return, we'll discuss the whole situation. I'm guessing this will be our #1 response, followed by our second place winner, idiot. Allow me to explain. Here's a square body rocker from 73 to 87, which is apparently not the same as a 64 C10 rocker. The difference is, well, not to mention the back part, but this part here, this which becomes the back of the outer rocker eventually, is tapered. Here we have 4 inches, and here we have 3 1/4, which on the original, which we have right here, this is not tapered. It is 4 inches front to back. We have 4 inches there, and we have 4 inches here. So we're missing 3/4 of an inch on this piece of metal. So what I ended up having to do was cut a chunk off and find a scrap piece of metal to butt weld on here, and that's what I've done. So now, when I place the outer rocker on top of the inner rocker, this is what we have. Now, that's where we were. That's where we need to be. So now it's fitting correctly. So all we have to do is cut it off to this line here and this line here, and we're back in business. Let's get to the welding. Well, it's not going too bad. I did get a few tacks in here, all the way down to here, and I, of course, did blow a few holes through. This rusted metal is a little bit thinner than this here now, but I was able to fill the hole, just kept plugging away at it, and we got that filled. Now it's going to be a little bit lumpy, but this part gets covered by the outer rocker, so we won't have to worry too much about that. So that section there covers all that welding under there, so we don't have to be too worried about the cosmetics of it. Take you in for the close-up. As you can see, there's some large gaps to fill, but we'll just take our time with that and not get it too hot, and just carry on. And up at the front here, we got a couple tacks started, but the rest of this is overlapped. So we're going to do the cut and butt through here, and hopefully that'll just work out fine with this here contour. see the wizard. All right, let's do a quick review of my first cut and butt scenario. Let's have a look. I'm pretty happy with it so far. Got some decent tacks in through here, and our contour is lining up pretty good. I'll have to pound it down a bit and weld that. But yeah, it's coming along just fine through here. And then, of course, I had a big blowout here. But up and through here, this area, I thought I was going to have a big issue with, but it's fitting perfect. So I'm very happy with that. So we've done very well up to here. Now we're going to continue on with our cut and butt and try and finish up this corner through here. And if that fits in, then we've got it made. So let's carry on. Recently we had a subscriber drop by. His name is Bruce. He's a friend of the channel and a friend of mine. And he came to have a look and see how things were going. And he brought me a gift of cutting discs. These are 4.5 by 3/64. There's a whole pack there. And these in particular are great for doing the cut and butt. They seem to be just the right thickness to work with that. So I'm very grateful for that. I appreciate it, Bruce. Thank you. I also received this air-powered drill a couple weeks ago, actually, from another subscriber and also a family member. He's my brother-in-law, and he's a big-time Oldsmobile guy. Mid-50s Oldsmobiles, in particular the 57 Oldsmobile with all the chrome. Anyways, he gave me this drill, and I used it on the exhaust system for putting in the hangers. It's super handy. It gets into tight spots. And I use my roll-lock discs on it now for doing this metal work here, so it's been fantastic. Thanks again, Jim. Before we go any further, let's have a look underneath and see how we're doing. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. There's our piece coming off for the cut and butt. Bend that out of the way. Oh, and we can see we got decent penetration. I might have missed a couple spots, but it seems to be working, and there's the blowout there. We'll get that fixed. Right there. But yeah, so we'll just continue on with the old cut and butt, and that piece will slowly drop off. And yeah, it's looking okay. Gonna cut through there. Well, it seems like the cut and butt method is working out pretty good for us on this project. I know it's still early in the game and we've just got it tacked, but I'm feeling pretty positive on how it's working out. And I think we'll be using this method on some other projects in the future because it seems to simplify the joining up of the panels. Well, I finally got the inner rocker tacked in place, and for now we're just going to leave it like that. We're not going to fully weld it, just in case it's got to be moved around a little bit. We never know. So we're going to move on to some other stuff now. Let me take you in and show you where we're headed. So the next two pieces to install are the kick panel, which is situated up in here, like so. And then we've got a little patch panel to put in here where the floor was rotted out a bit there. So we got this panel made up, and it's going to sit up in here. All goes well. Something like that. So let's get these set up and we'll start tacking these in. Well, I took the advice of YouTube professionals and decided to practice my plug welds on a piece of scrap. Probably a good thing I did. I think I got 1 out of 6 that actually turned out pretty good. The rest, not so hot. But of course, when you get to the real thing, then of course it's never going to go the way you plan. I did get 1 really good one, and then 1 really bad one, and then 1 decent one. So I'm going to have to grind that one. There's no doubt about that. Now we have to move on to bigger things. And there's our kick panel tacked in. That's all set to go. And our inner rocker and floor patch piece. It's all good till we get to the final welding. And that's all situated. So that should be just fine. Let's hope anyways. Coming up next is the door pillar patch repair panel. Now I got a feeling this is going to be our big struggle because even just as a trial fit, it fits on there, but there's a lot of gaps, and I believe this has to be butt welded on. So we have to cut between the two, I guess, and then try and fit this to the same shape as this. And hopefully there's enough metal here to weld to. And yeah, get that fitted properly. That's going to be the biggest thing. But after that, we'll be able to secure this as one unit. We'll put some bolts in, and at that point we'll be able to take this brace off and fit the door, or see if the door fits. That's going to be interesting. And then once the door is back on and fitting, we can attempt to put the rocker panel on, outer rocker, which is supposed to go on top of that somehow, and see if it fits the door. So that'll be an interesting situation. So other than that, we're doing just fine. I've got a lot of the fitting done, and the spot welding has gone very well in my mind, anyways. And I learned how to plug weld, so that's a bonus. Yeah, everything is coming together. So when we come back, that's what we're going to do. We're going to try and fit this, throw the door on, and fit the rocker, and just go from there. Thanks for watching, folks. I appreciate you sticking around to the end and watching the videos, and I hope to see you on the next one. Well, they're toast. And on it goes. All right. Well, I finally got the inner rocker tacked in place. We're not going to... I despise everything about you.